Welcome to Pathways to Success at PGCC. And now here's your host, Professor G.
And what is up? It is Professor G. Mark Gray. Thanks for joining us again on another edition of Pathways to Success at Prince George's Community College, where we give you the freedom to learn as you press on for that best life. And one of those areas is wellness, culinary, and hospitality. How do they all sort of merge together? Well, we all know that if you're not eating good, you aren't feeling good. And most people feel good when they're treated well. Those are just a few of the basic tenets of the program here at the college. And joining us right now is certainly one of our brightest stars. She is Sabrina Nash. She is Program Director for Wellness, Culinary, and Hospitality. And on a side note, she's my homie in student engagement and leadership as the advisor for the Reflections magazine. I have the privilege of working with her as the advisor for the OWL student newspaper. So if there's one lady who's plugged in on this campus, it certainly is her. And Sabrina, my sister, thank you for joining us right now. You've had so many roles here at the college, from academic advising to being a program. So if you're looking at a student right now who sort of is that prototype student who could succeed in that field, what are you looking for?
Well, let me double back. And first, I want to thank you, Professor G, for welcoming me onto the show. It is my absolute pleasure to be here. Serving as the Program Director over Wellness, Culinary Arts, and Hospitality is a fantastic passion of mine, and it's where passion meets purpose. And I would like to think for any student interested in wellness, culinary, and hospitality that they also find that intersect in their lives. You have to be passionate about service to get involved with hospitality. That's where I started. You have to be, if you like cooking, you have a certain passion for cooking or would like to pursue that as a professional trade. That's where the culinary arts piece comes in and what we provide. And in wellness, who doesn't need wellness? We offer a wide range of classes to touch all ages of people, from deep water aerobics, shallow water aerobics, aquatic cycling, hand dance, line dance, and the list goes on and is growing each day. So, I just want a student who is really interested in learning about these industries or passionate and curious about taking advantage of some of what we have to offer at Prince George's Community College.
So let's talk about some things that the student would learn inside this program. The academic studies piece, and the networking and all those other intangibles to help make it overall academic experience that benefits students for a lifetime.
So, I could go on and on about how hospitality and culinary arts can academically change the trajectory of student lives. I personally was a student who began in hospitality, travel, and tourism in high school. And from high school, matriculated on to the community college and received my baking and pastry degree. And then on to the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, where I received my bachelor degree in hospitality and hotel restaurant management. And so my passion, for that is deep. And there's a lot of networking and connections and professional development that comes along with that. But with my role here at the college, my focus is continuing education, enrichment for students that don't necessarily want to pursue a degree or a strenuous academic program, but they still want to learn the essentials that are required to enter the industry of hospitality, culinary arts, or even wellness. And some of the star classes that we have that students may be interested in, or professionals may be interested in, or novices who are just interested in learning more and practicing more and doing this as, a fun hobby. There's a little something for everyone when we talk about the enrichment that is offered as part of the continuing education classes at the college. So it's not necessarily academic in the structured format. Under hospitality, we offer a event planning class, a travel and tourism class, and a newly offered hospitality customer service class. We also offer these classes in contract trainings. So if there's hotel or industry partners that are in the community and their service staff needs training, we can offer some of these classes and even build classes for them to take care of working with their staff. And so that's under hospitality. Under culinary, we have grilling basics. We have a healthy cooking class, which is an 8-week course that really dives into different menu items that you can do right at home to make healthy cooking an easy and enjoyable experience. And we also have a newly added kitchen cook certificate program. Now, this program is very unique because it takes principles from intro to culinary and also food production, but it gives them to individuals in a quick format that they can grab this information and also have the service skills that they need to enter the industry as a line cook or someone who wants to start their own catering business or familiarize themselves with working in a commercial kitchen if that is an experience that they enjoy. And then the wellness opportunities again go on and on. The benefits, roll over. But one of the things that I wanted to share about that is that we have the ACE personal trainer preparation course. So individuals who are interested in getting their personal trainer certification can come to us and take this 12-week class and leave with the knowledge that they need to sit for the couple-hour exam. And once they pass it, they're right into the industry.
Let me talk to you for a second about the outer classroom experiences. The professional networking and internships. You kind of brushed over it, but that's as significant as anything because we all know it's the network that gets you to work while your skills are going to pay the bills.
Absolutely. And thank you for circling back. And so one of the responsibilities that I have is organizing and really building a group of industry professionals for our hospitality culinary arts advisory board. And we also have a wellness board where we do the same thing. But really, I pull together industry professionals to come to the college and work with us and really discuss opportunities that we can create as partners for students to do internships, professional development, and even apprenticeships. Recently, we received a Department of Labor grant for apprenticeships, and out of that, academic apprenticeships came about, but it was from the work that we did with that advisory board that provided opportunities for individuals to not only pursue their degree, but also take an apprenticeship and get paid at a level of an entry level, worker who's coming in that position, not like an intern or a student, real comparable wages, and work full time while they pursue their degree. It's with the apprenticeship, it's a 3-year program. The student gets their education paid for. The employer gets a stipend as part of being part of the grant and part of the program. And the college also gets financial support to support the students academically. So there's so many opportunities, and it's essential because students really need experiential learning experiences to be successful in the industry when they leave us. And we want to make it easy for them.
Now, you and I, and you can see the passion in this woman's voice about one side of her Prince George's Community College professional life. There's another side where you get to show off your creative side and help give. And I just love the way your editor, Amon, puts it, gives creatives a safe place. Talk about your role as advisor for the creative artists on this campus, because you and I both have seen how when you tap into a certain piece of something creative in somebody, it really can change the direction of their life.
Absolutely. I mean, I have to tell you, Professor G, I'm living my best life at Prince George's Community College. I've been here for 10 years, but it allows me to feel whole because hospitality, culinary arts, and wellness is like a part of me. Like, so you heard the passion probably for the first time because that's the first time we've discussed it in that space. That's my background. That's what I work. That's what I do. I make cakes on the side and all this fun stuff, right? But then on the other end, I'm also a creative. I'm an author, publisher, and I really have a passion for the arts and how you can use the arts to engage and inspire the people around you. And so, as part of my role, I bring together a group of students as part of the Reflections Literary and Arts student organization. But what we produce each semester is a literary magazine that has artwork and poetry and short stories and their stories. And really, in addition to it being a great tool to get the college, working and talking and having conversations and expressing themselves in a positive way, it's also a way that I retain and engage my students. It's a way that I develop them professionally in a skill set, the creative arts, if you will. So they learn graphic design. Some students come with photography background and they can further use that in, again, an experiential learning setting. Some students are artists, some students are writers, and we really spend time honing in and developing those talents in different ways. I throw workshops, they have events, and we bring in industry professionals and people who are doing the work to come into the college community and train us and get us together. And again, I mentioned retention. When you have students engaged on campus, no matter what it is, once you get their attention, you got to hold on to it. So I meet with them weekly, but then I meet with the leaders in a separate weekly meeting. In addition to that, if any of them needed academic and career advising, I'm there for them. If they need mentorship, I'm there for them. If they need recommendation letters, I'm there for them. And I'm also going to give it to them straight. And we're going to have fun while we do our art and our creativity, and we create a professional product that represents the college.
And Sabrina, to your point, just the way that you build a team. There are no official fraternities and sororities on this campus, but if you've passed through the aisle and you've done some great things, if you're part of the Reflections team, these are the students that come back. I mean, these are the stories. And I know for me, it's nothing better than to be able to give a student a positive endorsement when they're going to get a job. I had one of my former editors who just got a job with the Prince George's County office, one of the big government agencies here. And it's just amazing to watch how they grow through the prism of the arts. I mean, that's an extra learning alternative, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's transformational. I always like to brag and I say all of my students graduate. It may take them a little longer if they're working and have life going on, being in a non-traditional college setting, our students have all different types of life things that are happening and in their individual invisible backpacks, and so with so much going on, having an outlet, being able to see them grow professionally and being able to serve as a support service and a supporting mentor to them is so important to me. And I've seen you do it countless times. And, I bear witness to the transformation that takes place in student publications overall and how our students are growing and soaring and really becoming leaders on campus. Can't tell you how many times I've had instructors come up to me and say, I had such and such in my class, and this is not the same person. And, that just makes me feel so blessed that I'm able to, again, live out my best life here at Prince George's Community College, doing what I love and pouring into the community.
And it's interesting before we get out of here, we got about a minute to go, Sabrina. The evolution of Reflections, much like the owl from print to digital, you not even got a bit of a working television product. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Right. So I mean, you hit it on the nail. You hit boom, boom,
Hit
boom,
the
boom,
nail on
boom.
the head, yes.
There you go. Help me out now. But from a magazine, a paper print, entity only, starting in the 1960s to the pandemic really launching us into the virtual world where we not only produce the paper magazine, but also a digital version of it, and then began receiving content of students dancing and acting and singing and being able to put it all together in digital content with QR codes and other means to show it, to now, going from having a performance in the theater to actually taking that and capturing the performance so that way we can have a show and play it, and students can actually see how all the pieces come together. It's dynamic.
And we got to give love to the folks over in student engagement and leadership, Paulette McIntosh, Vanessa McKinney, and our girl Kim Wilson for really being the wind.
Holding us down.
Yeah, they keep us grooving. Hey, look forward to seeing you again real soon on campus, Sabrina.
And shout out to PGCC TV Studio for helping to make those transitions happen. Shout out to you, Professor G. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Sabrina. And thank you, as always, for joining us here on Pathways to Success at Prince George's Community College. Remember, you've got the freedom to learn to pursue your best life. Till next time, I'm Professor G. Mark Gray. Go in peace.
Thank you for watching Pathways to Success at PGCC. For more information about Pathways at the college, visit our website at www.pgcc.edu.